in the quiet village of Keora, nestled in what was then East Bengal, now Bangladesh, took human form on April 30th, 1896. Born Nirmala Sundari Devi to devout Brahmin parents, this child would become known throughout India and beyond as Anandamayi Ma, the mother filled with bliss. Even as an infant, Nirmala radiated spiritual presence. When just 10 months old, a divine luminous person worshipped her while she sat in her father's lap at Vijayakut. Throughout her childhood, she would lose herself in ecstatic states during devotional kirtans, often singing and dancing with divine grace, talking to plants and trees as if they were living beings. Her parents, Bipin Bihari Bhattacharya and Mokshada Sundari Devi, noticed their daughter's perpetual indifference to worldly matters. While her mother worried about her abnormal happiness, relatives were puzzled that Nirmala remained apparently unaffected, even when her mother fell seriously ill. In February 1909, at the tender age of 12 and 10 months, Nirmala was married according to rural custom to Ramani Mohan Chakravorty of Vikrampur, whom she would later call Bholanath. For 5 years after marriage, she lived as a devoted householder at her brother-in-law's home in Sripur and Narundi, attending to domestic duties while often remaining in deep absorption. It was at Ashtagram that a devout neighbor Harakumar recognized her spiritual eminence and began addressing her as Ma, prostrating before her in reverence. A prophecy was made that the entire world would one day call her mother. The turning point came in 1918 when the family moved to Bajitpur. At 22, Nirmala began manifesting various spiritual kriyas, spontaneous bodily movements, and spiritual phenomena. During her daily bath at the pond, she experienced what she called a khayala, a spontaneous thought that led her to play the role of a sadhaka, spiritual practitioner. This marked the beginning of her intense spiritual practices, witnessed primarily by her husband Bholanath. On the full moon night of August 3, 1922, at midnight, 26-year-old Nirmala enacted her own spiritual initiation, a complex ceremony that corresponded to ancient Hindu rites, though she had never been formally educated in them. When asked, "Who are you?" by her cousin, the reply emerged spontaneously: Purna Brahma Narayan, full Brahma Narayana. Bholanath himself received initiation from her. From the 1920s onward, devotees began calling her Anandamayi, Joy-Permeated Mother. This name perfectly captured her perpetual state of divine bliss that permeated every aspect of her being. In 1925, at Siddheswari Temple, Sri Jyotish Chandra Roy, Baiji, officially named her Ma Anandamayi, householder saint in a changing world. Remarkably, Anandamayi Ma lived as a householder throughout her public life. She and Bholanath traveled extensively to Haridwar, Varanasi, and eventually across India and beyond. In 1929, she made her first South India tour, visiting great temples like Sri Rangam, where 10,000 people gathered to see her. Her teaching style was unique. She never prepared formal discourses or wrote down her teachings. Instead, she taught through jokes, songs, instructions on everyday life, long discourses, silent meditation, and recommending scripture reading. Her central message was profound, yet simple. The supreme calling of every human being is to aspire to self-realization. All other obligations are secondary. Anandamayi Ma welcomed people from all religious traditions: Shaivite, Vaishnavite, Tantric, Muslim, Christian, Jewish, Sikh, Buddhist, and Zoroastrian. She maintained that everyone is right from his own standpoint and that each person may advance according to his inborn nature. She taught how to live a God-centered life while remaining in the world, providing inspiration for thousands to aspire to this most noble ideal. Her famous teaching was, "As you love your own body, so regard everyone as equal to your own body." When the supreme experience supervenes, everyone's service is revealed as one's own service. Later years and legacy. From the 1950s onwards, the Sri Sri Anandamayi Sangha was established in Varanasi, with over 5,000 disciples participating in its foundation day. The organization publishes Amrit Varta, a quarterly containing her teachings in multiple languages. Anandamayi Ma passed into Samadhi on August 27, 1982, at the age of 86, in Dehradun. Her teachings continue to inspire seekers worldwide, and her Samadhi shrine stands in Kankal, Haridwar, near the banks of the Ganges. The enduring impact. Paramahansa Yogananda called her the most perfect flower the Indian soil has produced. She appeared on an Indian stamp in 1987. Even today, active disciples continue to follow her path, and her words resonate with those seeking spiritual truth in a complex world. Anandamayi Ma's life reminds us that divinity need not be confined to caves or monasteries. She showed that one could maintain constant contact with the divine while cooking, cleaning, raising a family, and serving humanity. Her story is a testament to the fact that spiritual awakening is accessible to all, regardless of background or circumstance. In her own words, "Who is it that loves and who that suffers? He alone stages a play with himself. Who exists save him?" The individual suffers because he perceives duality. It is duality which causes all sorrow and grief. Find the one everywhere and in everything, and there will be an end to pain and suffering. Anandamayi Ma, the Joy-Permeated Mother, continues to bless the world with her timeless wisdom and boundless love.